Hello, everyone. Hope all of you are doing fine in this current situation that we are in, and you are safe, and your family and your loved ones are safe as well. So, what we will do is just again, thank you for joining in. Uh, while people are trickling in, I don't want to keep the people who have come in on time waiting longer. So, we will continue with today's agenda. Uh, so before I get into the details of it, can you please confirm? Can you please raise your hands and confirm that you are able to hear us or hear me on this? A quick raise of hands would help. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Nishant. If you're not able to hear me, please check the source of audio that you have. And you can also look at how to submit your questions. You have options to submit your questions. You can submit questions throughout the session. In case there are some things that I can pick up during the session, I will do that. Else, I will do that at the end of the session as well. Cool. Thanks a lot, guys, for letting me know. Okay, so one quick question I have for you is again, this is part two of the WooCommerce sessions. Can you please let me know if you guys have attended the part one? So I just understand who all are coming in. I'll just launch a quick poll for like 30 seconds. Let's just respond. So I just get an idea of who all are attending and how to cover this. So the idea is to understand if you attended this before me, the session one as well. So I can accordingly set context for the session for the people who are attending. So this helps everyone. Okay, I have 50% votes in. Yep. Wait for like 20 more seconds on this and we'll continue. If you have not voted, request you to please cast in your votes. Rajat, the session has started. Can you just check your audio settings for it and see if this works? Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot for voting in. So it seems a lot of you are uh, joining in directly on this session. So no worries. Uh, what I will do is I will share uh, the link to the first session that we had conducted a few weeks ago. And what you can do is you can go through that session and it's this is going to be a bit of a continuation, but this will help you and get context once you go through the session first session as well. So in the first session, what we covered was how to set your WooCommerce store up from scratch from how to install it, how to install WooCommerce, how to select a theme, how to set up a fully working website where you can start accepting payments and payment gateways and stuff. So we did cover that in the first session. What I plan to do over here is continue with that, because we had set the site up, and after setting the site up, one of the most important bits in a e-commerce site is accepting payments, because this is one of the things that you normally don't get a lot of information online. Which are the payment gateways, how to accept, how to uh, if somebody pays you, how does it look, how does it show up in your website, versus how does it show on the payment gateway provider and stuff. So I'm just going to take you through that. So if you haven't seen the first session, it's fine. uh, you will be able to reach this point easily. It's an hour session, so it shouldn't take you a lot longer than that. And post that, you can look at this again. We will also share the link to this recording to today's session. So if there are a few things you cannot understand right now, you will find them useful once you have gone through the steps that were discussed in the first session. So without delaying, I will just begin with this. So the idea is you set up your WooCommerce website, you put in everything that was needed, all the themes and plugins that were needed. Now you need to start from installing your payment plugins. So once you have your WooCommerce website up and running, you want to now start selling. So you can either sell virtual goods or downloadable goods. So there are PDFs or something, or maybe there are images that you want to sell. Maybe there are courses that you want to sell, where you can send people links saying that, okay, I'll run this course from X to Y. People who have bought this course will get that link and stuff. Those might be virtual, and or you might be selling physical products like electronics, clothes, or something or the other. So in both ways, you obviously need payment collection, and depending on what you are selling, you need local Indian payment collection or international payment collection. So what we'll do or look at is how you can actually enable that for your website. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to install plugins, the payment gateways plugin. What we are doing over here, I am going to show you how to install two leading provider plugins. One is Insta Mojo. The other one is Razer Pay. So let's look at what and how their plugins look and how to set this up. So you just go to plugins, add new, search for Razer Pay. Razer Pay for WooCommerce is there. There are multiple plugins, quick payments and stuff, but for this session, we'll be looking at the WooCommerce plugin. So once you have installed the Razer Pay plugin, then you can search for the Insta Mojo. You can choose either one. I am showing you both, not limiting to one. Frankly, the setup is always similar. So in InstaMojo, again, InstaMojo by WooCommerce, there might be third party who have integrated plugins, but try and stick to the original providers for better support as well. At least for this, for starting off. Again, both are installed. Now what we'll do is we'll go here, we'll activate both the plugins. So we can activate InstaMojo and activate Razer Pay plugins as well. So once they are activated, then we'll look at what options are available with those plugins. So we will click on the settings on InstaMojo, and in settings, you will see there, this takes you back to the WooCommerce settings that we had seen last time as well, right? So the idea is, if you just take there were offline payment methods and stuff, but here it's asking you for a few more details. So originally you would have seen that you get direct bank transfer, check, cash on delivery and stuff. You can enable that, but you have to obviously set all those methods up. uh, Here what we are doing is InstaMojo and Razer Pay has been set up. The other methods are disabled because we haven't set up the other payment methods. We just use the third party. The good thing about both these payment gateways, this has everything enabled: credit card, debit card, net banking, UPI, wallets, everything is enabled. So you don't have to go and individually set up everything. So I prefer this method. It's easier, faster. Uh, so since we installed this and activated this, both are enabled. We were looking at InstaMojo and now Razer Pay. So they're, if you see at both locations, they're asking for some or the other key, right? So how and where to get this key from? So once you have activated this, but obviously you have not created an account with InstaMojo or Razer Pay to be able to get actual payments. So let's figure out how to look and where to get these accounts from. Uh, so now, since the plugins are enabled, you have set it up. You need to find these API keys. Before finding these API keys, you need to create these accounts with either Razer Pay or InstaMojo or both, depending on how we want to go about doing this. So I'll take you through how you can sign up with these payment gateways and how you can get those API keys and stuff that they were asking for. So here I'm going to InstaMojo. You just land on InstaMojo, uh, straight up sign up. In sign up, you can choose whichever option you are signing up as a business. So I'm using uh, one of the accounts that I created for testing out. I'll also show why I'm using seller at profit.info, because this will help us see what are the transaction emails and stuff that are sent from InstaMojo or what are sent from someone or the other. Uh, Here I have skipped a few steps. Again, just activated the account. So once the idea was to use the payments method, the username can be set as anything, but I'm just going to use the stock payment that they are stock suggested name that they are giving me. So which is fine. I'll use seller 71 for this, but you can use your brand name or anything over here, business type, individual or organization. If you are yourself, you're doing this business as an individual, some details about your business and stuff. You obviously have to also give PAN details and other things. It's just primary KYC. The good part about InstaMojo is they, by just giving these limited information, they give you an option of uh, receiving payments up to 10,000 rupees a month, which will be good at least for you to initially set this up. And as you keep on increasing, you can change and go with the KYC verification and stuff and increase your limits and stuff. So your new site, I'm starting a new business. My website is under construction. Just give the test URL of the site or something. And yep, it was facing, I don't know, it was this site. Yep, we do next. So I just decided to skip that. You enter your PAN details and stuff. Again, I will be skipping all those through. And once you're done, the next page shows that, okay, 1,000 per month, you can submit your KYC to increase your limit. So with just limited details, they give you a limit of 10,000, which is fine. And now there are two options. Either you can pass InstaMojo fee to your customer, or you can bear the InstaMojo fee. What is the difference between these two? So let's say you have priced something on your site for 100 rupees. uh, when you pass that fee to the customer, that means they will see 105 rupees plus 3 rupees, so 108 rupees on digital goods. So the customer will pay 108 rupees when the price of the product on your site is 100 bucks. You can do that and choose to pass everything. These are what you see as convenience fees, right, on your payment providers. If you have ever bought movie tickets or something, they charge as convenience fees. This essentially is that convenience fee. So you pass it on to the customer, or you can bear it and you only take 100 rupees from the customer, and you are essentially telling Instamojo that they can deduct that money from the money that they collect for you on your site. So it becomes simpler, because not everybody will like, again, I'm sure as a user you don't like paying that convenience fee every time you are transacting. So it's up to you. So yeah, this, once you're done, this is your dashboard, and here you go to API and plugins. This is the API that these guys were talking about. Again, I'm showing all of this in clear because doesn't matter, this is a test account, so which is fine. But you please do not show these keys to anyone. These are your private keys. You are not supposed to share that with anyone online, for sure. So yeah, this is the setup that you need for your Insta Mojo. Again, I will show you what key and how to enter and take it back and enter it in the WooCommerce space settings as well. Uh, the next one, similar, Razer Pay. Log into Razer Pay, or sign up with Razer Pay. Go to razorpay.com or .in and sign up. Similar setup. You can use an email ID or do an SSO and sign up with Razer Pay. The idea over here is just create this account. They will have a similar flow. They will ask you similar questions and stuff. Uh, and you can set it up. There is again KYC and stuff. You have to do again similar question. Is it registered, unregistered, proprietorship? Uh, what is your this thing overall details and stuff? And you want details on WhatsApp and stuff. So depends. Just a little different from what you saw over there. But I'll skip this and yep. So here they do verify your email address beforehand. InstaMojo verifies this post creation. So it just depends how these sites work. Cool. And once that's done, you need to go and activate your account. In activation, again, there are furthermore questions. There is some documentation verification. Uh, Razorpay requires you to complete the KYC before you can start using receiving live payments. They don't have a straightforward method of you receiving payments without completing the entire KYC, like you saw in InstaMojo. But yeah, once you the documentation requirement is not very heavy or something. It's just basic requirement to understand who you are and what you are and stuff. But without this activation, you can still have test APIs integrated if you want to do that. I'm just taking you through how what I did in Razorpay, but for this experiment, we will use InstaMojo because I found that to be a lot straightforward and without me having to go into the documentation part of it. So yeah, these are all the details and stuff. So yeah, this also the thing here, the APIs are available under the settings option. Here you actually have to, there is nothing available on the page. You will get a button of create key, and when you create that key, you will start seeing this key. That's the time it will open a key ID and uh, the key details that you require to use over there. So you have to copy that, or you can download that and keep with you to use it when you're activating your account. Again, a few other settings where how the form needs to show up, how you want to capture and stuff. Again, most of these work out of the box. You don't have to go and change stuff around this. But yeah, this is where and how you create. So I am deleting the key just to show you how. So this is the new key that I generated, and I can download and keep it and use it for later. You can enable reminders for payments and stuff and all these are provided by the payment gateway itself. So if they have come to you and they have not paid, and if they went to the payment gateway, enter their details, so reminders will be sent from Razorpay to the customer to remind them, okay, there is a pending transaction and stuff. So all that is something that's provided by the payment gateway providers themselves. So cool. So you have set your you have created your accounts with InstaMojo and Razer Pay. Now let's figure out how to use the APIs that you get over here and add it to your WP admin. So you can actually start, you mainly link your account to the WooCommerce site. So we'll start with InstaMojo. Over here, you go to APIs and plugins and go down, create new credentials. This is what you need to use. Here you choose WooCommerce as the option, generate, and yep, these are your client ID and client secret. Again, I am showing it over here because these are like test accounts which will be deleted. Like they are already deleted actually. So this is just for demo. Copy this client ID and client secret. This is what you need to go to WooCommerce and enter. So in WooCommerce, when you had clicked on WooCommerce settings, and under that, when you had gone to Insta Mojo plugins, this is the key and secret that they were asking for. Just copy paste this, submit. That's it. You are done. Your payment gateway has been set up. There is nothing else you need to do. Similarly for Razer Pay, in Razer Pay, you go to settings. In settings, these keys were created. I'm just regenerating so that you know what are the. I regenerated this last time when we were showing and downloaded it. So this also has a key ID and a key pair, which you go to WooCommerce, copy paste, submit, and you are done. So now, since the account is activated, you have linked these payment gateway accounts to your site. Uh, let's see how the actual purchase flow happens. As in, let's go through a demo. So this is you will find the site a bit different from what I had done last time. I forgot to save the site, and that's why I lost that site. So I had to recreate a site using the same steps that I have gone through in video one. And here now this is the demo account and stuff. So these are all demo products. Here if you go to any of these products, I'd set $10 for one particular product, just so that I can show you a live transaction. So in that, if let's click on that particular product, and once you add that product to the cart, you will be able to view it in the cart. Once you go to that cart, you can you can see that okay, coupon and all, everything in the site is fully working. You can proceed to checkout. I don't want to add anything else. When I do proceed to checkout, again, customer details. So this I am going to put in as a customer. So here I will give my details. I will also enter my email ID. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use a different email ID. So the seller's email ID was seller at pratik.info. What I'll do is the buyer's email ID I'll put as buyer at pratik.info. So what we can do is we can look at the emails that are sent to a buyer and a seller. So that gives you some idea on how this entire emails and stuff works as well. So here you see both InstaMojo and Razer Pay. I will use InstaMojo. When I do place order, it takes me to InstaMojo, and when it takes me to InstaMojo, it will give me an option. Yeah, you can have UPI, you can have all other payment options, multiple UPIs. There are more options as well. You have credit card, debit card, net banking, everything is available. But for this demo, I will use a UPI. So this was the UPI bit. I scanned it using my phone, and as soon as the payment gets done, you will see that this redirects back. Payment successful, the money has been received, and the redirection happens back to your website. So ideally you have a working payment gateway. Checkout done, thank you, your order has been received. So the buyer knows that his order has been received. Now what we will do is we will go to the buyer's email box. This is the seller's email box, sorry. uh, So here in the seller's email box, you will see, okay, you have received payment from InstaPay on InstaMojo, and you will also start getting other emails. Again, this is the first transaction, so that's this thing welcome email. You get an email saying, okay, nice. This is the order that you have received. This is the person who has bought the order ID details and stuff. So uh, you get intimation on your email as a seller, so you know that you have made your uh, first sale. Now, how does the customer's email box look like? So for the customer, again, this is buyer at pratik.info. You see that the you see two emails. One is you have paid InstaMojo because you made payment through InstaMojo, and here is the details of the transaction. Thank you for your order. So the customer has also been intimated, and they have now details. So this you have details on the site as well as here, and that's how you can actually track uh, your transaction as well. So this is how your purchase is shown as a buyer. Seller email, I did take you through that, but I also wanted to show you one more thing. So I had also initiated a refund just to test out how the refund works and stuff. So you can initiate a refund from WooCommerce, or you can initiate this from Insta Mojo as well, and it works both ways. So this is again the original money that you have received, and when you initiate a refund, you will get an alert that the refund is in process by Insta Mojo. Again, if you remember in the beginning, I said there are two ways to process or two ways to transact. You can either pass the transaction fees to the customer, or the second way is to not pass the transaction fees and you basically bear. So here, since we are bearing the cost for the transaction, this goes to InstaMojo for a refund, because they now need to figure out if you owe them money or something or the other. If you had passed the transaction charges on to the customer, this refund would have been at the moment. You wouldn't have to wait for that transaction to clear. So that's the only thing I wanted to just share that with you. And this is how a refund transaction would look like. And this is how the transaction shows up on your InstaMojo dashboard. So once you go to your dashboard, you see, okay, the amount is here, uh, how many rewards you have gone, the payment info, right? As a payment, as a seller, you would want to see how much you have won, how many transactions. If you click on the transaction, you get the transaction details also. You can also ship with InstaMojo. I haven't covered that. So if you have a physical product that you want to ship, you can actually use InstaMojo services. They can help you do that as well. So yeah, that's actually what I had. As I said, we had covered a lot of this uh, beforehand. So, yep, if you have questions, uh, do let me know. Uh, I do see a question. Yes, I am really sorry that you saw audio and video froze. So what you can do is, once this is done, once we have the recording, we'll send that across, and you can actually view the places where it froze again. And recordings, we have normally seen that it is clear and there is no freezing. In case you still find any issues, please reach out to me. I have my Twitter handle over here. You can definitely reach out to me, and I will personally give you the details that you require. Uh, any questions from anyone? If you have any questions, you need any clarity or anything, please feel free to ask any questions that you have. Subhash, I see you have raised your hand. Is there anything I can help you with? Cool. So I had one more thing I wanted to run through by you guys. So uh, let me just fetch my browser out, and yeah, you can see my main screen, right? So we've also launched a new service called as Blue Sky. Now, Blue Sky is mainly for users like you who are trying to set something up and you need advice from experts Again, sessions are one way. If there are things that you are stuck with or you don't know how to do, how to set my site up, how to use this theme, how to install this theme, there are performance related issues and stuff. If there are questions, then what you can do is you can avail this expert advice. It's a monthly plan. You have in-house WordPress experts who will be happy to help you out. You have on-demand ticket, chat, and even phone support, depending on the plans you choose, and the level of guidance is theme and plugin, as well as account and performance help as well. So yeah, you should also look at this, as in the pro services also will help you with even SEO tools, marketing, mobile optimization, and stuff. So you should definitely try it out. And if you are stuck with something, you can reach out to us, and we can definitely help you out on any questions you have as well. Uh, I have two more questions from you guys, so let me just take those. Just let me go back to my. So yeah, please feel free to reach out in case you have. Even after this session, if you have questions, you can reach out on my Twitter ID while I answer. Bhavesh has a question. Bhavesh, your question is you missed the first session. Can you get the recording? Definitely. I will PM that to you, and I will also send that to others for what I had added it to the chat, but I will just resend that to everyone again. Yes, I'm just sending it to again, and I'm PMing that to you as well. Uh, Here, Ashwin, your question is, you're planning to start a e-commerce website development agency. What hosting plan would I choose to start? Now I'm having basic share hosting. So, Ashwin, two things. You normally would want to keep one e-commerce website on one package. The idea is every package has limited resources. So if you have multiple websites with a lot of traffic, what will happen essentially is all your websites will go slow. So you can start with a basic plan. That's not a problem. In basic plan, you can install the WooCommerce plugin and set up your WooCommerce site. That is doable. But if you want to ensure a best value for your package, you will obviously need to have stuff like backups and stuff enabled, because if you are going to be transacting, you can't lose transaction data or something. So ensuring backups and all are there. So looking at higher plans like Choice Plus or something is good, or even WooCommerce related plans that we have. So those should help you out. So depending on what your use case is, you should uh, keep on upgrading. But to start off, your basic plan is fine. Experiment, learn how to do on how to create a site and stuff. And when as you start creating more and more sites, higher traffic sites, ensure individual sites per package for the best performance, and also higher plans that include more tools like SEO tools, backup tools, and stuff. Because else you'll have to go and spend on that separately. A bundled package is always going to be cheaper. Hope that answers your question. Cool, guys. That's all I had for you today. Uh, I You can still reach out to me on my Twitter ID, and please go through the first session in case you were not part of that session. That will help you put today's session also in context, and you'll understand why this session was needed, because this completes the entire loop of setting up your WooCommerce, including accepting payments. Because the whole point of creating a WooCommerce portal is to, frankly, make money, right? Accept money. So that's why this was needed. Thanks a lot, guys, and hope you stay safe. And we're happy building websites.